Hey everyone, welcome back to more Warhammer Underworlds. I'm DisturbingPuppet. We're continuing to make our run here with the Tzeentch warband, playing against all the different warbands, just kind of test them out and see how we do. So far, these guys are probably doing the hardest out of all the different warbands that I've tried, and definitely have some interesting things with the spells going for them, but they're very fragile, and we have a lot of difficult ways to score victory points. But we're trying to make do. I've made a bunch of changes as I've gone through. Nothing recently, but just a couple of videos ago I did make a big overhaul to our way to get victory points, so we have to kind of watch out for that. So next up for us, I think we just played our own guys, the Tzeentch guys, so we have the Dwarves next in the Chosen Axes. Little hairy naked men. So they don't have any armor on. You think Dwarves would be wearing armor, but these guys are like, I don't know, bare-chested, whatever. Yeah, you go first, doesn't really matter to me. I do want to stay back, so let's see. I think Shaishian Star Dial is probably my best option. And I just want a nice square map. I'm not going to mess with it or anything. Okay, I do have a few things for objectives, so I do want to kind of have a couple on the back if we can. For lethal tiles, I don't know that it matters too much. It's just somewhere we can maybe push people into. Potentially something like there, maybe? We could maybe knock someone off that objective and into that lethal tile, potentially. Some of my stuff is like it does knock people back, but it's sort of inconsistent, so I'm not sure. We probably have to get a certain specific dice roll for it to work. Let's take a look at what we've got. So for victory points, score this end phase if the same friendly fighters held the same objective at the end for 2 consecutive action phases. We definitely want to get this early. We just want to park somebody on an objective in the back and leave them there. That's doable. Score this immediately if your warband takes an enemy fighter out of action with a spell. That's a little harder because our spells don't hit that hard or do that much damage. Agents of Change. Score this end phase if your warband successfully casts 4 or more spells in the preceding action phase. That is possible if we got some spells. We did get 3, and then my main attack on my guy does count, but we have to successfully cast them as well, so it's not as easy as it sounds. Cast a spell after attack or a gambit that takes an enemy fighter out of action. We can heal, so this is very conditional, so it probably won't happen super soon. Play this after attack that targets a friendly wizard and fails, so also very conditional. This one is +1 defense on our caster. For an upgrade, we've got the Formless Key, so this is kind of ties in with this. So we can throw this on somebody, and if they have just kind of parked on the objective, and by the end of the game, we can get another victory point for that. And then we have our Vampiric Weapon, which would be nice in combination with other things. I think I'm fine with this. I'll kind of make do. But if we don't get much going in the first round, we might have to kind of drastically drop a bunch of stuff. Whoever places first, it really doesn't matter. Let's take a look at you guys. So see, yeah, they're not wearing any armor. They look kind of naked, like loincloths. It's very kind of creepy. All right, so you get stronger if you hold an objective at the end of the action phase. You start off doing 3 damage. That's pretty bad because even my actual fighter here only has 3 health. Yeah, definitely a risky thing. We definitely don't want to get anywhere near these guys. So let's put... This is going to interfere with line of sight, isn't it? Okay, that's not great. So I'm going to put you over here. So the guy you brought in, 3 health, yeah. So the thing is, we can kill low health stuff, but anything 3 or more is a little bit difficult for us. Kacharik can one-shot stuff, potentially, because he starts off doing 3 damage, if there's stuff at 3 health, but everything else is quite weak. So there's an objective there. Let's put, like, one of you hiding in the back. You're going to just move up and park on the objective and just stay there, I think is kind of what we want to do. I'll throw you out there-ish. And kind of what we want to do is summon a blue horror early on that will maybe draw most of the enemy attention. Okay, I have to go first. That's okay. I don't mind doing that because I'm just going to immediately summon a blue horror. And I'm going to summon you. Let's put you like up front next to our other guy. And we could get some extra defense on my spellcaster. I'm kind of further back though, so I'm fine holding on to this. If they push in really hard on us, then I might. So he's giving some of his guys extra movement. Maybe they're quite slow, potentially. I'm not sure. So I think I can move somebody up from the back or charge somebody way in. Or just move a tiny bit. Choose enemy fighter, something, something. What was that? Can't make an attack action or charge action in the next activation. But who did you choose? Okay, my leader. So you can't charge or attack. Okay, that's fine. Nobody's in range anyway, so that's fine. So only doing 1 damage on us if we do actually do an attack and hit somebody. So he's got some tricky stuff he's going to play right off the bat. What I probably want to do here is just go ahead and park someone on the objective. I don't really have anything else crazy, so we could do that. I mean, we could potentially go either one. Let's just move on up. Nobody's in range from here, so I'm just going to park on the objective. Both playing it very cautiously and slow here initially. Yeah, he just wants to get his guys inspired by parking on objectives. That's unfortunate. Once they're stronger, then they're going to want to come after us. I can do some damage. I could go for a kill with Kacharik. The odds are not fantastic. It's my 3rd action. I could wait for the final action to do it then. Range of my spells 3. From here, still too far. I could inspire him if I cast a spell successfully while being next to him. But nothing's in range if I was next to him to actually hit. And I don't think the Blue Horror's attacks count as spells. This does. I think the Blue Horror's attacks are just basic attacks. We could go after an attack, and I get inspired by attacking at a range of 3 if I successfully hit. So that would be nice because it would increase my spell damage, but it would leave me a little bit exposed. I think maybe just going for the Hail Mary charge might not be a terrible idea. We could also just send in the Blue Horror to cause a distraction. I might do that first. So let's go. You've got a 3 range, yeah. Let's move on up, and then we'll take a pot shot at maybe him. Do get a crit to hit, so that will land. It's only 1 damage though, I think. Does make him a little bit easier to kill with 2 health. But I'm trying to get all their attention focused on the Blue Horror, because you have to kill him twice to get any victory points for him. Did get a crit to hit right away, so he is going to go down, but he's just going to turn into a different kind of horror. Does he knock me off the tile? No. Good. Don't think there's any point doing the defense. They're not really going after my spellcaster. Now, I could get one of these guys. Well, I could get inspired. Actually, either one. No, you're too far. I'd have to move up and take a shot, but it would only do 1 damage, unfortunately. So we could take a long-range shot, get you inspired, do a point of damage. But that's not really that helpful. We could also move up and try to get you inspired. We'd have to attack at range 3, or I could try to use you to staff smack him and kill him. Or we could just go for a kill. So we could either go for a kill here, or we could go for a kill there. I could try. We could try to get both of them inspired. I could move up, take a 3-range shot at him. If I successfully hit him, that will count and get him inspired. I think I'll try that. I probably shouldn't. I probably should try to go for a kill, but getting a couple guys inspired would be nice. We do get a crit. And I can push it back, which we do want to do. So we get both of them inspired. So that increases the damage that I do. So it's now 2 for the spells. I think it gives me a reroll as well, something like that. And I think for Kacharik, yeah, I can reroll an attack die. So that's really about it. It just gives me a reroll. It doesn't give me any bonuses to health or defense or anything. So it's really just more of an offensive buff, potentially. Do you have a guy free? I could give him bonus defense, but I think I'm gonna hold. See if they just go for the horror, and he actually eats a point of damage on the way. Interesting. He completely misses his attack. So we've got a couple weakened guys out there. Interesting. I think I would like to go first. Okay, do I want to get rid of any of these? This one we'll get eventually. Take somebody out with a spell. That's definitely doable because we've got somebody that's actually hurt. 4 or more spells, potentially. If I can just stand still with my spellcaster and actually throw some spells out and then get some of the stuff out, we can. Soul Drain's okay. Sorcerer's Riposte is difficult, but possible. Would like to play that. The defense is nice. The Vampiric Weapon is nice. But nobody's hurt at the moment, so it's not really that fantastic. I think for now, I'm going to get rid of the Vampiric Weapon. And we'll just try to draw something else a bit more useful, even if it's another spell or something. Hold objectives 1 and 2. It gets 2 victory points. That's not nice. Okay, I definitely would like to go first here. It's going to be up to the AI to decide. AI is going to go for an attack, just swinging. I did get a crit for defense, so my little horrors are going to stay on the objective. Suck it. Okay, he's going to try to go for a second attack. He also misses that one. Nice. Giving himself +1 damage for the next turn, but that's like my turn. What do we have? Enemy fighter holding objective, we can do some damage. That's what we got, and then we've got the defense. Both of these would be nice to cast. Till out of action or end of the round. Yeah, we could definitely get both of these off. There's no range on this, apparently. So we'll go ahead and try that. So we'll go with my only wizard. We failed, so it's not going to work. Disappointing. He's inspired that guy, so he does have extra health now. That sucks. I will try to give myself the extra defense on my spellcaster. See if we can actually get it. Okay, that one goes, so he does have +1 defense for the round. That'll help a little bit. Okay, I also do extra damage, but you're now too far away and you're too far away. I'd have to move up to attack, which is not really something I want to do. Because I can only move and attack once, and then I can't do anything for the rest of the round. I just sit there and just eat attacks, basically. We could go ahead and charge in with Kacharik and go for a hit on somebody. This guy did get inspired. This guy didn't. So I think I'm going to try to go for a kill here on this guy. We do have a reroll, so we'll see what happens. It's a little bit of overkill. Yeah, we'll reroll that one. Double hit. Roll the crit, so it doesn't do anything. It's the problem with the dice rolls. Now he's just going to stand there getting beat up. Well, hopefully they focus on the horror first. He's just going to go for a swing. He's going to miss. Okay. We're out of range. You're on the objective. How far can you get? Up close, I can do 2 damage. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and charge you in like a maniac, and we're going to go for an attack there. That one for a couple damage. See if we can actually land it with a bit of support here. Double attack. Good. Good, good, good. 1 dwarf down. Nobody's hurt, so the soul drain doesn't really do me any good at this point, so I'm going to hold off. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the formless key out, and we're going to put that on a guy who's already just parked on the objective. So you're just not going to move, you're just going to stay there till the end of the game and get me some victory points. Hopefully. Another swing, that is going to take out the horror. Got an extra victory point there for something. War cry, something like that, is that what it said? It's a defensive strike, so I think it's just killing someone on his side of the board. Yeah. Okay. So I do want to kill somebody with a spell, and my attack does count as a spell here. So I think I'll just move up my spellcaster and we'll take a zap. I've only got 1 action after this, and we've already charged twice. Unfortunately, everyone's just too far away for me to do anything. I could move and then not attack, and the next turn I could still attack. So I could do that. I do have extra defense, but I feel like that's awfully risky. Kill someone with a spell, like if we could do that, we'd be in really good shape. Man, it makes me a huge target, but I could go right on in. We could also just summon another blue horror. But I really want to kill somebody with a spell. So I think that my best case scenario is move, park on the objective, and not do anything. Or move, maybe grab the objective, but definitely try to go for a kill on this guy. I think those are my best options. I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to move here and we're going to go for a zap on him and hope we can get a kill. Okay, did succeed. Nobody's hurt, so again, soul drain, not a big issue. Did kill someone with a spell, so that's another victory point. So we're staying kind of competitive. What do we draw? 4 or more damage with spells. That's a bit harder. Okay, Kacharik is dead. 5 damage. Look at that damage. Man, that is just nasty. Not a lot I can do about that. Got another one, and leader killed someone, so we got another one. So we were getting a little bit of victory points, but then he just massively pulled ahead. Okay. Not, honestly, much I can do. I don't want to move this guy because he's going to get me victory points. So we're just going to stay put. And I think just to spend the turn, I'm just going to have him guard. got some for holding objectives. He got some for holding objectives. Jeez. Yeah, the objective-heavy ones can be difficult to get. Alright. 4 more spells, 4 more damage with spells. Like, it's possible, especially if they're in range, we can just keep zapping over and over again. So those are potential, but even if I get both, that's only 3 more, which gets us to 7. I will get 1 at the end of the game for him if he doesn't die. That would be 8. So I'm pretty sure we're going to lose this, but maybe we can do something. Soul Drain and the Sorcerer's Riposte both might be useful, especially if he comes after, but he's just going to one-shot kill me if he hits me. So that's definitely a problem. And I don't have the defense again, because it was only for that last round, so that's over on my leader. Okay, what did we get? It's an extra damage and pushing someone within close range. Reroll defense die if they're the target of an attack action as an upgrade. That's certainly useful. +1 damage to all spells. That's also quite nice. It'd be nice to get that off before we acted. But I'm afraid if I don't act first, I'm going to get absolutely wrecked. So I think I'm going to go first. And I am just going to stand here. Well, I could drop another blue horror as a distraction, but I feel like I'm going to be a major target. So I'm going to go for, we need spell attacks and spell damage. I'm just going to stand still and zap. Do get a hit. So that's a couple damage. We could just push you. We'll push you back into the lethal hex tile. Enjoy. He's still within spell range, so if he doesn't do anything with him, I can definitely try to take him out. Yeah, we could do this. Let's go extra damage on spells on my leader. And he's giving him extra defense. He knows he's being targeted. We'll go reroll defense die if we're attacked. Put that on him as well. He's giving him extra health. He knows, like... yeah, let's try the spell. If we can cast it, it would be normally, I think, 1. Yeah, so it would be 2. And I can push him also. But I don't actually want to push him. That should have done extra damage, because it said 1, it did 1, but we had the upgrade. Maybe it doesn't count for the upgrade for the same turn. Odd. It should have done 2 damage there instead of 1. I can push him, but then he's out of my 3 range. He's probably close enough to charge me anyway. I can't actually look now and see what his movement is. I don't have to push him. I'm going to leave him there. I don't think it's going to matter for movement-wise, whether he could charge me down or not. So let's see if he charges me. Nope, he's just going on to the objective. Okay. Pushing his own guy around. Giving the guy in the back a spear, like a one-time attack, something like that, I think. Or it's an optional attack. Okay, 4 actions. Again, we just want to keep casting spells and doing damage. 2 armor fighters out of action. That's not super likely. Okay, just stand still. We're going to go with the spell. Even though we're close enough for the staff, we need to do spell damage. So spell, zap him. Nice, we got a hit, but he got double block, so that's a block. I can push him, so let's push him off the objective just in case he's got something for being on the objective. Does do another lethal hex tile damage. And again... Let's see if he goes for it. Yeah, they just want to get on the objective. He's like throwing the spear, I think, there, and we do deflect it, but it pushes me around. Actually, lucky to have people still alive here. I just have to keep trying to kill him. There's not much else I can do. Let's just keep going for spells to kill off their leader. That's a crit, so that is going to take him out. Excellent job. Nobody's hurt, but it would count as a spell, like casting a spell for the turn. I don't know if I've done enough. I'm going to go ahead and do it just to actually try to count as a spell, if I can successfully cast it anyway. Alright, we do. So that is going to count as casting a spell. I don't know if that's a... I think that's now 3? No, we did that other, like, single attack as well. Like, we had the one that just did 1 damage and pushed him. So that was additional spell. My attacks count. We've done 2 attacks. We did that one that's 3, and then that's 4. So he's going Defiant Strike. And I'm just going to keep casting spells. And if I can knock him off the objective, of course, into the lethal hex tile, that's what we want to do. If we can do that, that should kill him. Do you get a crit? Damage. He's getting to choose something like that, a movement and an attack. Threw the spear over, killed that guy. That's too bad. We couldn't push him onto lethal hex tile. So that was what? My turn? Something like that is what it's called. Anyway. Agents of Change scored. The damage one also scored. Nice, we get up to 10. But that's it. Not quite enough. 1 point short of getting us a tie. So we would have gotten one of those in there would have been from being on the objective at the back with the key. So very close. We were definitely behind early on. If we had another round, we definitely could have killed them off and done a bit better. But yeah, it's really hard to get victory points with this particular faction, these warbands. They don't have a lot of things. See, even some of the other magic units that we saw playing around, like had some that are specific to them where they can get victory points for doing just like casting a spell. It's like, no, I've got to actually cast a bunch of spells or do damage with spells. But we put up a good fight. Definitely difficult. I feel like this warband's definitely difficult. We're very weak and don't do a lot of damage. Even upgraded, they can kind of see just a one-shot hit and kill. I did actually a pretty good job killing off dwarves in this one, though, so I think that was an honorable fight. We put up a good defense. All right, this has been more of Warhammer Underworlds. I've been Disturbing Puppet. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Until then, have a good one.